Good morning and welcome. 2024 British Offroad Grand Prix. It is early on Friday morning and the drivers are just setting up in the pits for practice that'll start in about half an hour. We're going to take a look at the track, which I have to say it looks very impressive this year. A lot of people commenting that this carpet's had a year's running, as we can see from some of the damage, and that it's not as grippy as it was, so that is interesting. I'm going to go out and take you on a track walk, but first I must thank our clatter of new sponsors for the new season, and big thanks to them, and they are of course Schumacher, Speedworks, Model Tune, FF Racing, Rude Bits, SEMCS, which is Slough Electric Model Car Spares, and Briefcase Graphics. So thanks to them, you'll be hearing a lot about them over the weekend. They are the guys who allow this coverage to happen. So maybe that'll help sway your decision to buy from them, or maybe it'll sway your decision to say I'm never buying anything from them ever. I don't know. Let's go and take a look at the track. Our natural starting point is the straight, right here beside the Schumacher, Model Tune and SEMCS banners. That's convenient. That's very convenient. Look at that. 3 in a row makes it easy. Down the straight. Good long straight. Not, not hugely long, but, a good long straight. Into my favourite type of corner, which is this high-speed sweeper that tightens and tightens and tightens. And in it comes to this apex. Not too tight, not a hairpin, really. Just... you'll be able to carry a bit of speed through there to get this little light triple. Don't see that causing any problems with anyone. More like a bit of a ripple. Now this will cause problems because we're power on and we're into a long sweeper that tightens gradually, and then there's 3 little wedges. So you're not going to be able to come in here full chat. You're going to have to slow it up a little bit for these, or at least yield for them slightly and take care. Again, don't really see any issue, and you're into hairpin and the 4th little step. Now, another corner that's going to separate the men from the boys. A weird double apex. I absolutely love it. Here is the first apex here, this first. I see their steel weights. And then we might break out and come round and hit the second apex as late as you possibly can here, I would say. That's a hard one. Or maybe you'll just won't bother with the first one. Straight lining it just up across there and around and in. Let's see what happens. Now, awkward for me. One of these sort of roller sort of jumps, so tight here at the apex, and you want to get up and you want to get down as quickly as possible. Don't like those. Just a slow up obstacle, I think, not really. Although the front of it is so gradual. Now, look, we'll have to see what happens there. I think if you overdo it on power there, you're going to waste time. Little sprint down to bottom hairpin. And then you were looking at single, which is probably going to throw you nearly into the face of this. And then a very long tabletop. So we've got ski ramp, major air. We should have quite a few people hitting this down ramp. All going to plan. Maybe the short. It might be the 4-wheel drives that make the down ramp. 2-wheel drives may not. Hard to say. We'll wait and we'll see. Now, nice and neat in. Punch it through to another open hairpin. And then you have another ripple. That'll be okay. Now, this is interesting. Elevated section. So you're coming up this ramp. You have a flat section with that tight hairpin and what I would expect to be called a stick of death at the apex, and then there's a little ramp and a cavern before you get the down ramp. So that's tricky. Let's take another look up the up ramp, onto the flat, round the hairpin. This is like you can see from, I'm standing right beside you can see how tight that looks. From the rough, that's going to look really tight. And then you're going to have to step down onto this. That's okay. They'll get those landings, but then we have a little single afterwards. So you go at it too hard and you power down off that ramp too much. This is going to cause you a problem. Let's see how it goes for the top drivers. I'm sure it'll be no issue. And then just coming off this little step, you have, if you're careful, a straight line sprint and pushing onto the right side of the track, nice, into this hairpin. So that's all very nice. So now a sprint back, a single which you could overdo it on, so it's back it off, take it easy, try and get your line. It's a single, then turning right onto another single before we've worked our way back around onto the straight. Now that's a complicated and long lap. Track lanes are tight in places. I like it, it looks good. People are going to be busy. There are some skinny sections, and I think down here is the worst of it. You have ducks in the pond, but that is one. That's under 3 meters, so it's tight down here. Well, look, we've got a little area for spectators over here. A few chairs. That's nice. Not quite as fenced off the track this year as it has been in previous years. I like that. Bit of space to breathe. I have my own little pen. They've surrounded me with a cage on 3.5 sides. That's okay. Don't mind. Hope they feed me twice a day. Look, that's the track walk. Again, big thanks to new sponsors. I'm going to have to sort of learn it like poetry in school, who the new sponsors are. There's so many of them. It's been absolutely fantastic response to my request. So if you can remember, we'll try and learn this together. It's Schumacher Speedworks, Model Tune, FF Racing, Rude Bits, SEMS, and Briefcase Graphics. SEMCS, and Briefcase Graphics. So that's good. A lot of tired faces. There's one down there. He shouldn't be tired. He sleeps most of the time. There he is. Derek McCluskey from Ireland. And we have plenty of international racers also. Okay, thanks for joining us. Join us for the action later on.